where high-volume originators meet in the Centurion Roundtable interviews. Brought to you by Paramount Residential Mortgage Group.
In today's mortgage environment, providing our wholesale community with the best combination of product, pricing, technology, and service is paramount to their success. PRMG, built by originators for originators.
Hi, I'm Andrew Berman from the Mortgage News Network, coming to you from the M&N Studios here in New York. You're watching the Centurion Roundtable interviews, sponsored by our friends over at PRMG. And with us, I have Rick Bettencourt, who's the branch manager over at Mortgage Network. Rick, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you guys. Hope all's well, man.
So listen, you're a super busy guy. I mean, so besides doing a ton of business, your involvement with NAM and also on the state level for many, many years is just really admirable. I mean, I got to say, it's phenomenal what you've done. You know, you're the incoming NEMB president. But somehow you managed to crank out an unbelievable amount of loans. Let's talk numbers. What kind of numbers did you do in 2017?
2017, I finished off just under $40 million residential production, with about 85 to pushing 87% of that was VA.
Fantastic, fantastic. So now you didn't just get to that point like, year one. So what did you do? And I don't mean to put you on the spot because you did share this with me, and I probably should have told you I was going to talk to you about this. But what did you do to get to that production? Like, so you're originating, but you're not making the money to support the family, to pay the bills. What did you do to kind of support yourself initially?
I started out 16 years ago, hitting the bricks, meeting people on the weekends, on the days, whatever I could, and this business doesn't come to you naturally. A lot of people think you walk in and all of a sudden you start doing those types of numbers. Clearly it wasn't that case. So I moonlighted as a professional wedding DJ on the weekends for over 16 years. So I wanted to do that to ensure my wife and daughters. My wife stayed home and raised our daughter. And, I did the mortgages Monday through Friday. And then oftentimes Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, I was doing weddings. I didn't want to leave the business. I loved being a mortgage originator. So I've got to do something to keep my butt here in the seat. And that was a big part of supplementing our income. So, don't ever be afraid to say that you're doing multiple jobs, because that means you're working hard to stay where you're at and eventually, get to a place where we can talk to people like you.
So Rick, something, I got to say that probably the experience that you had as a DJ, being able to go into a room where hundreds of people, you have to get them to follow your lead, helped you actually as an association leader to be able to go into a room of your peers and get them actually to listen to your message. And more importantly, the veterans and active service member, when you go actually and do presentations, to show that you've got the confidence, knowing actually what you know to help them. Yeah.
So a lot of the locations where I generate my business from is doing outreach work, advocacy work, and education. Education is a big part of what I do. So the experience that I got from being a professional DJ in front of 50 people or 500 people, it doesn't affect me public speaking to get up in front of a room and talk about something professionally, and then be able to sort of, sometimes you have to ad-lib a little bit or improv a little bit, and that I've had some training on that. So it's definitely a big help. And I feel that being able to be a good public speaker will build credibility, and it builds, trust in what it is that you're talking about. So it's been a big help for me. I don't recommend everybody going out there and, doing 3-4 weddings on a weekend and then going back to work on a Monday. But, if you're out there doing it and you're doing those 2 jobs, 3 jobs, say as an originator, man, I tip my hat to you. Great job.
Great. So listen, you bring the business in, and I know actually, when it comes to the veterans and active servicemen, they like to refer out people, but they want to make sure actually they're referring out the right kind of people. And if you give them a bad experience, they're going to tell everyone, don't use this guy. But you seem to be on the opposite end and giving this great experience. You seem to be extremely well referred out, whether it's your social media posts or just personally people letting everyone know, use Rick, use Rick, use Rick. Why is that? What do you do to create that unique borrower experience that makes actually you so referable?
A lot of that comes from my mom and my dad. My father was a police officer and a veteran. My mother, just grew up and a very straightforward person. And they always told me, listen, whatever you're going to do, be the best at what you can be in that particular profession and learn everything there is to learn about what it is that you want to do, whether it's law enforcement or mortgages. And for me, I felt our veterans were underserviced, and there was a lot of predatory type of actions going on. And I know I can do it better. So I dove in, I learned the regulations, I learned where the deficiencies were, I found out where it wasn't happening, where things were not being done. And so I just became a sponge, learned everything that I could learn. I memorized the statistics, and I went out there and I started educating people on our veterans on what did it mean to be, searching to utilize their VA home loan benefit. And it's really been pretty awesome, and the feedback I've received from my veteran clients have been very, very positive. So it's all about, I think, like we talked about the other day, it's so important to be part of the business and not just in the business. And that my affiliation with NAM and what I do has been a big part of that as well.
Fantastic. Great. So listen, Rick, if someone's watching this and they're not already doing business with you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You guys can all reach me by going to my website, www.yourvaloanexpert.com. You can call me in my office anytime you like, 978-716-1271. Cell phone is on the website as well. If you are looking to find a positive experience when it comes to searching for a home, whether you're served our country honorably or you're just a first-time home buyer, our staff is more than qualified and capable of handling pretty much any and all your needs. And, I just want a quick shout out to any of our servicemen and women that are actually watching this video right now. On behalf of me and my family and everybody here in my staff, I want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for your service. Thank you.
Fantastic. Rick, thank you for serving those that protect to serve our country. And thank you for serving our industry. We really appreciate it.
Andrew, thank you again for the opportunity, man. I'll see you at one of our shows.
Fantastic. And I'm Andrew Berman from the Mortgage News Network. Thank you for watching.
PRMG continues to provide our wholesale partners across the nation with better technology, better product, better pricing, and better service. Our nationally recognized brand is more than just an image. It is a symbol of integrity. PRMG, built by originators for originators. Be sure to click on the link below for your free Centurion Roundtable white paper.
This is Mortgage News Network.